Welcome to this new Flight Simulator update movie. Some data has been leaked about Flight Simulator 2024, and what has been leaked in this case, it's the full aircraft lineup. This is currently the information which is available via unofficial resources like Facebook, but according to the Facebook discussion, it comes from a German website, which kind of put the data a little bit too early. Likely some more information is to be shared today or next week during the developer cast. I do believe that it might be next week, but maybe they simply said, okay, hey, let's announce something today because it's first day and then always new fun comes into the information cycle of Flight Simulator. So first of all, this will be the, I would say, start screen, right? Flight Simulator 2024, where you can see the different aircrafts as well as the different sceneries. Nothing really new here, but what's now very clear is that there will be three versions. It will be the standard version, the deluxe version, as well as the premium deluxe version. Depending on the version you buy, you will get more aircrafts, but I do expect that this is not the only difference. Likely there will also be some more airports included in the more expensive versions. So if we go to this item, we can see a lot of aircraft, right? We can see fighter jets, we can see airliners, and then a lot of new things. So the new things are really the new aircrafts new to Flight Simulator 2024. Some of them have been already released as, let's say, third-party add-ons. For example, the de Havilland Canada DH6 Twin Otter, that one is already available from Aerosoft. And if we look at the A330, it's available as community add-on, as well as the Airbus helicopter H125. It's developed by a third-party developer. So if we go to the new ones, let's start with the Aero Elvira Optica. This one is new, but this one was already available as third-party add-on. The Aero Verducci, it does not stand here new, but I do think it's new. But hey, I'm not the expert, or I'd say I don't pretend to be the expert, but I'm pretty sure that it's not there. If we look at the Air Tractor, that's the one we already saw in one of their, let's say, preview videos, right? We saw it already live in action. And then if we scroll further, we can see besides the Airbus aircraft, which are already included, we can see a new one, the A321 long range, as well as the Airbus A330. This one, if you want to try it already in Flight Simulator 2020, then there's a great community add-on which allows you to fly in this aircraft. Then probably my personal favorite is the A330-743L Beluga XL. It is an aircraft which can be used to transport large aircraft parts between the Airbus factories. And we've got the Airbus A400M Altas, which also new, a little bit like the, I would say, the Hercules aircrafts, right? The Airbus helicopter, the H125, also new, but again, as mentioned already, this one was already available as part of a third-party add-on. And if we move to the next line, we can see the Boeing 737 MAX 8. This one was already announced in a previous video by Asobo and Microsoft together, so that's not something really, say, surprising. But the Archer Midnight is a new surprise, right? This one looks to be very special because it has a lot of, let's say, propellers, right? 7 in total. You can see 3 here, and 1 at the back, although the image is a little bit hard to see. But this looks like to be a very cool aircraft, and this is not the only multi-rotor aircraft which is included as a new aircraft, because the further we go down, you will see some more. Then, if we look at this line, the Cessna lineup will receive a new one. It's a Cessna 400 Corvallis TT, which will be added to the lineup. Also a nice aircraft, as well as the CGS Hawk Arrow number 2. This looks like to be a very special aircraft, maybe used for bush trips, looking at the size of the tires. Then we've got a Cirrus Vision SF50, 50, not 20. This one is also currently available by a third-party developer, but now it will be available also in Flight Simulator 2020. Same thing is applicable for the Drago X. That's one will also be added. We already saw this one also in a previous video. Also the larger tires, especially useful for bush trips. The de Havilland Canada DH6 Twin Otter. This one already released by Aerosoft. And another cool aircraft, it's the de Havilland Canada CO415, which can be used to extinguish forest fires. So this one was already seen in action in one of the trailer videos. And if you love flying helicopters, besides the ones which we already discussed, there's also the Ericsson S64F air crane, which is an air crane which can be used to lift heavy parts across the world. Then for those who love the jet fighters, we've got the Fairchild Republic A10 Thunderbolt number 2. This one was or currently is available via third-party add-on, but now it will be included in Flight Simulator 2020 or 2024, I should say. By the way, Flight Simulator 2024, if you don't know it, will be released somewhere in November timeframe. To be very specific, the 19th of November. Then we've got the Heart Aerospace ES number 30 special aircraft, really cool to see, and 2 hot air balloons. Those two we already saw them in previous videos from Asobo. The Pilatus ones, the Pilatus PC-12 NGX, that's a new aircraft from Pilatus which will be added. And then here you see some Reno Air Race aircrafts. It looks like that they will be added as default aircrafts, the P-51 Mustang and the T-6 Texan. And that kind of fits into the, area where Asobo and Microsoft have investigated a lot, or have invested a lot, I should say. Where you can do air races, and it looks like that they will add these one now, between brackets, included in the price for free. Then we've got the MX Aircraft company, also a racer. We can see the Magni Gyro, a very small helicopter, even smaller than the Gumball Cabri number G2. And a little bit, say, dynamic aircraft. It's the Joby Aviation, the Joby S4, also new to it, as well as futuristic Jetson number 1 also will be added. This one, a little bit hard to see the details, but looks cool. Then if you love flying, say, a different aircraft type, then the parachute could be one of the options. For those who played Flight Simulator in the past, this one was already there, right? And then I'm talking about prior to Flight Simulator 2020, but it looks like it has now returned, and probably that's due to the large number of requests which they had. Then the Robertson R66. This one was available as community add-on, but now will also be added to Flight Simulator 2020, 2024. Come on, 2024. And the Zivco Edge 540, also a new air racer, which will be available in Flight Simulator 2024, the standard version. If we move to the deluxe version, there are a few new aircrafts. The Amphibian Aerospace aircraft, which you can see here, the Cessna 404 Titan, the Cessna 408 Sky Courier, and if we move to the right side, we can see the Cessna 188 AG truck, as well as the Dornier Sea Star. So very special aircraft, as you can see, and a lot of new Cessnas in this area. So the Cessna 174 Skyhawk, so without the G1000, will not be included in the standard version, but will be included in the deluxe version. Not sure why, but it looks like that they're going to make some differentiations between those. Then if we're going to Premium Deluxe, we can see a lot of new things. First of all, the Airbus helicopter, the H225. Pretty cool one. Looks also, the coloring looks pretty cool. And the Beechcraft C90 GTX King Air, so a new Beechcraft aircraft, as well as new Boeing aircrafts. One is the Global Supertanker. This one is pretty interesting because, if I'm correct, this is also an aircraft which can be used to extinguish fires. And I think there were, in the past, they were already planning this, but there was some licensing issues. But it was by a third party. So likely Asobo Microsoft bought the license earlier than the third party developer. And now the aircraft will enter Flight Simulator 2024. Then we've got the Boeing company, the 747-400 LCE Dream lifter. A little bit comparable with the, with the Airbus one, right? With the Airbus Beluga. Also pretty cool. So you can now also use that. Then we've got the C-17 Globemaster number 3, right? Which will enter the Flight Simulator space, as well as the CH-470 Chinook. This one also will be entering Flight Simulator 2024. This one is currently available via third party, but looks like now to be included if you buy the Premium Deluxe version. Then the Pilates aircraft, the PC-24, also a nice jet which will enter Flight Simulator 2024 if you buy the Premium Deluxe version. And the Pipistrel Towers M, so a new glider which will be added to Flight Simulator 2024 also. Then for those who love Saab, there will be a Saab 340B included in Flight Simulator 2024, which is really nice, right? I don't think it's a very modern aircraft, but I might be wrong. But it still looks pretty nice. And the last one in the lineup for the Premium Deluxe version is the Zeon Aviation, the Savage Norden, and that one will also be added. So a lot of new aircrafts for Flight Simulator 2024. Again, this is, let's say, kind of speculations which are coming, right? But it looks like to be pretty serious content. And also, if you look at the coloring, it follows a kind of the standard which a Sobo Microsoft normally use. So if you see this video, if you see these screenshots, then you will likely think, okay, hey, a lot of new aircrafts, but what's next? Well, what's next? That's a little bit unsure. Likely next week during the developer cast, they will announce a lot of new things. So keep an eye on my channel if you are interested in what's new in Flight Simulator 2024 and what's coming, what information is being shared. I personally look forward the most for what are the system requirements, right? Do we need a new PC or can we use our existing PCs? Because based on previous videos and previous developer webcast, they announced several enhancements which would make it much easier to run, I'd say, on a PC version. And of course, they also need to keep in mind that they still need to support the Xbox version, because the Xbox, you can't simply update the hardware, right? Or there comes a new surprise, maybe a new Xbox, but hey, I don't know. So let's see. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you want to continue speculating, then please use the comment box below this video. If you like this video, then make sure that you like it. And if you want to stay up to date about Flight Simulator 2024 news, then make sure that you're subscribing to my channel, because I will post videos regularly about that. And besides that, I also post videos about the existing version, Flight Simulator 2020. Thanks for watching again, and I wish you happy flying.